Vanessa asks, should roaming be on or off if I'm not going abroad? Well, data roaming causes a lot of people a lot of confusion. And then particularly when you talk about data roaming in your own country, I mean, why would you leave data roaming on? Well, the reason that you would leave it on is because companies will do deals with each other to share a tower. So in an example in Australia, we have three major players, Telstra, Vodafone and Optus. Now, Telstra has an incredibly big network covering all of Australia, and so does Optus. And Vodafone, it's pretty good, almost the same, but in some towns they've decided it's cheaper to do a deal with Optus and use Optus's tower. And that means that you are roaming from the Vodafone network to the Optus network to make your calls. You don't even know that that's happening, but that's a part of that deal. And when you look at your phone, this is in this section here, under mobile, you'll see that you have this data roaming section and it's turned on. So in Australia, I'd just recommend leaving it on. I mean, there could be a time where Telstra needs to do maintenance on a tower and it's going to take a couple of weeks. So they might do a deal with Optus or Vodafone so that their towers could be used. Obviously, those companies would charge a lot of money, but these things are conceivable. And yet when you go overseas, this is actually quite common. You have a lot of countries where particular companies built out areas, but not the whole country. And so you might have three companies that do a deal together to cover all of the country. So would I leave data roaming on when I'm in Australia? Then the answer here is yes. If you are in your own country, leaving data roaming on is going to be advantageous to make sure you have coverage all the time. So thank you very much for the question, Vanessa. I hope that's been useful. Now, if you are traveling overseas and you want to know about international roaming or even just international charges, international setup, what should I do with my iPhone or iPad? What settings should I turn on or off? Well, you can download this free travel guide at theipadman.com/travel guide. So if you're interested in knowing what settings you need for your trips overseas, visit that link, download the guide, and be ready for the next time you're traveling.